Today is the first episode of a new series that I'm doing. So it's really kind of lame, but I'm calling it Book Bag. Okay? It's just a book recommendation, really short video. So today in the book bag, you can see on the web browser, it says Catcher in the Rye, but that's not the book recommendation. The book recommendation is a heartbreaking work of staggering genius. So I'm not always going to have a paperback to show you. Here's a heartbreaking work of staggering genius. I'm just using Goodreads. I like the layout for showing you and talking to you about this. Um, I have Catcher in the Rye as well. I have the really old red copy. I got this. It's got ripped page cover. I got this from a secondhand store, like a Goodwill, I think, for probably 15 cents. Um, Catcher in the Rye is a classic. I don't need to talk about that. Heartbreaking work of staggering genius, I also consider a classic, and I don't know how many people have actually read it. It was popular when I was in college. I actually went to college in the town where the author grew up, and he talks about that town a tiny little bit. So it was kind of cool for us. The main thing with this, though, is some parts of it are a little bit dated. You might have to do a little bit of research to understand what the real world is. It used to be a show on MTV. You might not know who, one or two famous people mentioned are, but they're not central to the plot. The reason that I love this book is because I was in college when I read it. So I had just finished high school, middle school, all that formal education. I was in college and I was still learning that, this is the right way to do things. You need to structure things this way. Excuse me. And a heartbreaking work of staggering genius takes some of that and says, no, no, don't follow all the rules. Break some of the rules. Uh, it's a great book. It's a wonderful read. It's nonfiction. Uh, it is kind of heartbreaking. Um, the best way that I can explain to you how silly this book can be at times in a wonderful way is the acknowledgments. Okay. The acknowledgments page is not a page, it continues. It just goes on and on and on and on. It's about 20 pages long. At one point, he has a breakdown. I know you can't see this very well. I'm doing a terrible job. He has a breakdown of the money that he spent on the book, how much he was paid, and how much his living expenses were. He just tells people if they sent him a letter that he's going to send them some of that money. He has an incomplete guide to symbols and metaphors. I mean, and this is all in the preface, or not the preface, in the acknowledgments, which is not the place for that. It's just a silly way that he breaks the rules, and it was a huge inspiration to me when I wrote my own novel. I wrote my own nonfiction novel about living in Korea for 2 years. And at parts of this book, he's very angry. And I felt some of that, even though it was years later and we were living completely different situations. It's something that I, as a young man entering the real world, was struggling with. And him saying, hey, don't follow all the rules, really opened my eyes. And I thought, oh, okay, well, that's good to know. And I tried to do things in my novel that weren't following the rules. I probably could have done more, but uh, it was a huge inspiration. And it's a wonderful read. If you've never heard of it, I suggest you check it out. And then the other thing I want to say really quickly while I'm here is there is an article that I'm going to link. Hold on. Oh no. Oh, it's not working now. Ah. Well, maybe I won't link this one. Let's see if I can find a better Let's see if I can find a better website for that. Is it going to be this one? Is this going to work? Okay. There's an interview that he did in 2000, and it's about selling out. Uh, except it doesn't appear to be here. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, yes. Oh, it is here. Okay. It's just way down on the page. Um, this is a terrible video. This is really interesting. It's about selling out. And as a young man, I would look at authors, especially authors, and think, oh, what a sellout. Oh, they have a movie, they're a sellout. Oh, they have candy connected to their kid's book or a game connected to their kid's book. Oh, they're a sellout. And I was 100% wrong. And I only realized that after I read this. It is amazing. I have it printed and I keep it on my wall and I read it every once in a while. So I'm going to link that. That's something that you should check out. He's an amazing author. He's got a lot of books, but I highly recommend Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius. If you've never read Catcher in the Rye, it's a classic. If you're looking for more similar books, I might talk about Tripmaster Monkey in the future. That's kind of similar. It's a coming of age story. The River Why is a coming of age story. It's about fishing. I'm not a big fan of fishing, but I really loved this book. I thought it was great. The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, I will definitely be talking about. It is a coming of age story, and it's also about writing in a lot of ways. Uh, so that's it. That's sort of the idea. Just a quick video recommending something, giving you something that you should check out. Very informal, no polish, not well done at all, but that's kind of my style. I hope you appreciate it. Give the book I mentioned a chance. Check out some of my other videos if you have time. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.